Baldy is not a role model. He isn't even real. Or is he? Some of the shit he will say might make you question. Can we be cancelled? Does Baldy have dementia? Will my judge know this? How did he get a show? What the fuck are snow monkeys? To put it another way, good luck. He has ADHD.
What's going on, guys?
What up?
Yeah.
What's up?
Is everybody on mic? Everybody on camera? My fat ass is in the shot. I'm not cutting anybody's fucking shit off. All right, looks like we're on here. All right. How we doing, gentlemen?
Great.
I was told there was going to be free sandwiches or
Yeah, we're
continental.
we
breakfast.
actually took that part off there. You guys were the last band to sign up when you still had the whole what would you like to have here or anything like that. I'm over here hitting Jeff's camera and shit.
So, yeah, we're looking forward to being here.
I appreciate you guys showing up. Would you guys introduce yourself and let everybody know watching what you do?
Go ahead, Skylar.
I'm a SKY. I play drums and samples.
I'm Joey. I sing and write lyrics.
Jeff, bass,
No, you don't.
I try to.
and an occasional backup vocal.
Ah.
Do good.
I'm Rick Hard.
Are you?
I play guitar.
Are you hard?
I play guitar and bitch.
You bitch?
Like
You
nobody else.
bitch? I used to bitch,
I love bitching.
but I got divorced.
Keep us in line, though.
Bitching is good.
Bob bitchin'. Sorry. I saw your Cheech and Chong poster. I'm sorry.
Bitch so
Oh,
much,
yes.
my blood pressure went down. So, hi. What's
How
up?
you doing?
Yeah.
I think the last time I seen you guys was out at Poplar
Yep.
skate show.
Yes.
Thank God that was near Burger King. That was
It's like
very,
really,
very,
really near Burger
it was,
King.
that was good.
That was delicious.
Yes.
We'll have
Yes.
to definitely give a shout out to the Seatown Skate Crew. Is that the
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Seatown
They've been
Skate Crew.
they've been helping us out, and I'm kind of encouraged by it because I think it's cool to have two different scenes, skate scene, music scene, merging together. And without naming any names, there's places around, establishments that's hard to get into these days.
Yeah.
They do that whole get a hold of us on Facebook so we could ignore you, and I'm not afraid to say it because
Yes.
it's the truth.
Yes. I have the problem with whatever they want to call the bar now, but we'll call it the Crossing.
Okay.
Because that's what we all know it as here is
Right.
the Crossing. I have that problem with them right now. I've been trying to get Metal in the Mountains back in there for about 3 months, and they don't know how to fucking pick up a phone.
Right.
Now, I do know the lady that does the booking there. She has a problem right now because I think she's got a family emergency, a death in the family. But I do understand that a phone call back like, hey, we're not booking, we have this. That's kind of professional courtesy last time.
I would
checked.
rather get an FU than
Yeah, I mean, tell me to
than
go fuck myself or something.
something.
I don't care. At least an answer.
some kind of
We're
Told
playing.
you.
We're playing there again,
that
aren't we?
drops down and they
Not the
you
cross
see
that
they
we're
see
playing
it.
at the skate park.
Yeah, I've seen you guys had a show for Olney.
Actually, we jumped on July 20th over
Yeah.
there.
It's the Eagles Club, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's on the
It's
6th. The
Is
July
that the July
6th.
6th?
Oh
show?
yeah.
Yeah.
That would be up in Olney, Illinois.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Olney.
I even have notes.
Yeah, same
But,
here.
but back at Poplar, back at Poplar Place with the skate crew, we have a show we're jumping on with. I think From Within helped us get it, and Rain, the 20th over there, and then I'm working on a show on the 27th, the very next weekend. I've been trying to get Backlash from Joliet, Illinois down. I met him at the Milwaukee Metal Fest, and we're waiting on some answers from some members.
Gotcha.
But I did actually, when I went to see Quicksand, I ran into Jason from Nowhere But Down, and let's just say they were having a few internal problems,
Gotcha.
and they're going to make it happen. He told me he would call his guy, and the next day I got a confirmation, so they'll be there. Nowhere But Down from St. Louis. They're kind of a grungy, kind of heavy, cool thing.
Nice.
So they're on the 27th
should
show, and
match.
there's several on the 20th that I probably don't even remember.
Send me some links on that. I'll put them in the description.
I know From Within's there, I think.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, we'll have some merch out there for people that bring money.
Yeah,
Want
we
a
got
CD,
we got
t-shirt?
some of the T-shirts from the first record and a couple of the first CDs left. and maybe one can cooler. So I got to do some re-upping because
Yeah, we need some more merch.
we got a second album coming out we've been working on for a minute, and it's called The End of Modern Enslavement.
Nice.
And we're going to get some new T-shirts made for that so we can have them ready for when it drops down.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's about the skinny.
Yeah.
What are we, 5 songs into that or something like that?
I think somewhere in that vicinity.
I thought I'd seen
We're getting
6. I thought I'd seen 6 being worked, but I may be mistaken.
We're getting at it.
I want to hear it.
Without giving too much away, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm not saying it right, but I think we're kind of onto a new path. I mean, nothing like we're changing drastically or
Right.
going Lawrence Wells.
It's more
or anything on
eclectic.
you.
There's
But
different
it's
sounds.
definitely got some
Eclectic,
different sounds
epileptic.
going on. We might even have a song to let Joey have a breath.
Yeah, I don't have to scream bloody murder all the time.
Right.
But we still like that hard, in the
Yeah.
face, freaking,
We're
this
metal.
is us, wake the fuck up.
Rick is stuck on hard.
It's pre-programmed.
Left on
Take a
red.
shot every time you hear the
Left
word
on
hard.
red.
That's right.
I'm glad.
I don't know if I brought that much beer.
I am not held responsible for alcohol poisoning.
Or sun poisoning.
I'm glad I think your mic's
No.
broken over there, Jeff. I owe you one. I owe you a ribbon.
What happened?
I owe you one
What did I
now.
miss?
I don't know.
You
The
missed.
first album had a feel that was really, it was heavy. And
Oh, yeah.
I think we're showing different parts of ourselves.
Ah.
It's changing up a little. More bluesy. That's another one. Nice little one.
Segue.
It's different too.
It's all good until they get a restraining order. Depends on which
Yeah,
part.
been there,
Yeah,
done
but
that.
I'll tell you something.
Been there, done that. Yeah.
We wouldn't have an album. We wouldn't have a second album. We wouldn't have shit if it wasn't for our drummer over there, because he's like the genius of the band.
Yes, sir. Man.
He's
Speaking of
working
props.
constantly behind the friggin' computer and everything. Who films us, who records us, he wrote most of the songs on the second album, and when the whole time he's also pushing his solo act.
Right.
And he's putting out just as much too. I don't know how he does it.
Producer,
I wish I was
writer.
that young.
Genius.
Like
But,
asleep.
I gotta
Good,
give
man.
it to Skylar on there.
We and ADHD are quite familiar with one another.
Yeah.
So.
And then,
We could be shooting the shit, no pun intended,
Yeah.
at practice, just joking around, and he's actually over there working while we're joking around, having a good time,
Right.
relaxing, doing keyboard samples or changing something around or fixing some of our slight mistakes.
Just a little bit.
and we did have a pretty rocky dealio. I mean, when I've re-met Joey, because I've known him for a while, we had a different singer who wasn't really productive, and we really couldn't get as far without, until we got Joey in the band. But all the people that we've worked with, Skylar had to basically hold them up with, what he does technology to make them sound good.
Right.
So, it sounds good,
I asked the other day, I asked Rick, because I wasn't really aware how long we have been working on the second album, since it's the second album, for 2 years, through the lineup changes and
Right.
different things. And I think once it finally comes out, it's going to show we've been working on it a long time.
Yeah, we've been putting some thought into it.
Oh, yeah.
And we had to get the right, ducks in a row, and they were
Yeah,
moves
that's.
faster.
Me and Jeff have seen it. You've seen it. I'm sure the rest of you have seen it. That's just, this scene it can fracture and rebuild itself so fast.
Right.
And bands come from bands, come from bands, come from bands, come
Right.
from bands. And I don't know how many I've watched you go through.
Right.
Playing them and having to set up with them and having to get used to them and then moving on to a new project. Just think, in Southern Illinois, like many other scenes, shit happens.
Yeah.
So, and it's just nice to see that a lot of them don't ever give up. They just keep going and building new projects.
Yeah,
constantly.
they don't give up. They don't retire. They get old like me.
I'm
they don't
sidelined. I'm not
stop,
retired. I'm sidelined.
I'll have to throw my own plug in here real quick. Most of the time, I've got 2, maybe even 3 at times, bands going at once, because you never know what's going to
Right.
happen. But I've only got one band right now, so I think that says I found my home.
Yes,
Right,
you did.
right.
Cheers.
Hey, there you go. Speaking of which, I need my fucking water. It's way the fuck over there. I got cotton mouth like hell. You got it?
Yeah, bro.
I appreciate you.
He
My
forgot.
fucking Jesus Christ, dude! I just didn't sit down with it. I'm just a dipshit. It's the one that's got the C on it. If there's one over there with a C on it,
Brought to you by
It's
the
on
letter
the,
C.
it's on the lid.
The lid.
Look, I'm talking in the mic like you're going to hear me better and shit.
No talking on the mic at practice.
It was a trick. We just wanted you to leave.
There's a water right here that was sitting on the table.
Is it got a C on the lid?
It was sitting right here.
Grab me a bottle of water then if you don't mind. Fuck it.
Actually, it has an
Oh, you
L
found it?
on the lid.
He's good. He found it.
Located it. You can have an old style if you want.
Technical difficulties beyond our repair. I hate that microphone you're using. That damn thing has been such a bitch.
That's what Clarence says. We drink that because we're old and we have style.
Thank you.
Oh, you grabbed the black cherry. Nice.
Yeah.
Black ale cherry.
That's right.
Libation.
So what was your guys' last show?
You were at it.
That was
Yeah, but what about with my crazy eyes?
That was about. It was winter, wasn't it?
Was that the Cape show?
Last winter. Yeah, probably.
yeah, Cape Girardeau show.
Okay, yeah.
With
Everfelt?
with
Everfelt.
Everfelt,
Those
yeah.
guys.
Okay. Yeah, they'll be
They were
on later.
cool guys.
They'll be on, I believe in August, they'll be on here.
Them guys are cool.
Yeah.
They're good dudes.
Digging them.
I was going through a lot of shit, and I lost my mom. I stepped back for a while. But I'm lucky enough you guys give me another chance.
Oh, we needed you. You needed us.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes, man. I've been there, done that.
I'll tell you what, though. There's a few bands out there that we jam with that really, we would do anything with or for or anything like that, And then there's the bands out there that suck it all up and don't give anything back.
Rick's putting it all.
Yeah. Well, I don't need a narration on it, Jeff. I'm just saying what it is, So, like you got a lot of good bands.
Rookie
Chug,
pour.
chug, chug, chug,
There's a
chug,
rookie
chug.
pour. Here, Skylar, I'll let you do your own because I obviously
Pour at your own
obviously suck.
pour at your own peril.
Is this on?
He barely played it.
Over
I
in
thought
Yeah,
Jeff-
you're on. You're on.
All right, well, fuck it.
It's like, I thought Jeff
I've
was
never
supposed to be
vibed
a
with
beer drinker
guys
or
like I do
something.
with
He
these
can't even
guys.
pour a beer.
Right.
We're all
My
about
bad.
10 years apart, I guess, and
Oh, yeah.
age.
Fabulous.
That's
We all
and
listen to
that's string
completely
dynamic
different kinds of music,
now.
and when we get together and put it together, it's just
You
it
kind of got
works.
Skylar coming from. He's got like the rap act too, so he's got some of that in him, and he loves Slipknot. As far
There you
as
go.
Drumming.
Yeah.
You got Joey's kind of alternative, listens a lot of
90s
kinda
metal.
90s metal, and I'm hardcore metal guy and hardcore. And Rick likes the classics I still came from, like Ozzy
Right.
and all that stuff. And
My wife is
Aerosmith and all
my
that
wife is
stuff.
still jealous of your connection with Kitty.
Oh yeah, I just made it happen. It's not like a
Right.
special thing.
Oh,
it's
you're a
just
little
like
kitty right now.
But man,
the new
there's-
album dropped
it still
Friday. I'll give
vibes.
them
Yes,
a
it
plug.
did.
It's
Yes,
great
it did.
stuff.
I'm surprised she hasn't bought it yet.
It's in the mail.
Oh, is it in the mail for you?
Oh yeah, you know.
Oh,
I got Drift Loud stuff coming. It's in the mail for me. It's supposed to be here this coming week. So.
decent. Nice.
But I got like some stuff from Cause of Ruin and from Dr. Orpheus Project.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh my God,
I've seen
dude!
them
It's
down
like
at,
fucking
FTA.
death jazz. That's fucking labeled as, I guess.
And
How much
what-
did you get paid for that plug?
Nothing. Like literally everything that I buy is just for the videos and the purposes of having people on, so I have something to talk about.
Hell
Like
yeah.
if you guys had a physical album, I'd already have it here. That way we could talk about it.
I was gonna bring one to show.
Do we have any left?
I think there's one out in my console.
We got.
I always got one on
Yeah,
me.
we
in
need
case-
we need to have some more
in case
printed.
Bobby from Biohazard needs one, or
Right.
Megan from Casket Robbery, and she gave one to Jamie Jost up at the. I'm always.
Casket
Who's
I'm
doing
always-
art on
I'm
the second
always-
album?
I'm always working.
Are you-
I'm always
have you thought about it?
promoting them, always at
had it
shows.
Right.
It's
I'm just into
showed
it. You
to
know
the
me.
other day.
I gotta just keep plugging it.
Right.
We
Oh,
still have
speaking
a
of
lot
plugs,
available.
if Joey B ever hears this from Full Terror Assault, Flyte Risk would love to do it. We'd
Oh, yeah.
open the thing up. We'd be the first.
There's a
band.
lot of bands around here that want to get on
Sure.
that motherfucker.
But they're
It's
not
a great.
us.
It's a great.
Is it? I haven't been. I haven't got to go yet.
I have been every.
I seen
single
you and
year.
Clarence went.
Every single
Yeah.
year. Every.
Is Clarence gone too every single year?
No,
No, he hasn't.
we missed a couple. I went with Mark one year. That was a trip.
Oh my fuck. Oh my
we
fuck.
basically split a fifth of rum on the way down.
I like rum
I
now.
was setting up the tent and I was already done.
The last time I partied with Mark was the week that I got fucking divorced.
Does that tell you something?
What?
We love Mark, but
Oh,
does that, tell,
dude,
you, does that
yes.
tell you something though?
What?
The week you partied with him, you got a divorce.
That was divorce was before.
Oh, it was a celebration.
It was a celebration party. Yes.
I get
Yes.
it. I got it.
My daughter's still pissed at me for that night. But yeah, Mark's a good dude. You want to have fun, you go with Mark.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I love the festival shows. Like, everyone has their favorites if they were to do festivals
Right.
or clubs, like
Right.
minus the heat and stuff, which of course sucks. But I love doing festivals because there's always so much going on with it, aside from it just being a show.
Right.
There's like art vendors and stuff set up and shit. It's really nice.
Yeah, you can't get too much of that around here now. Not with what we play. Like
Yeah.
there's. We tried it with Metal in the Mountains 4, where we had the vendors that were inside the lobby there at the Granada, and we tried it with them, and it worked out really well. I mean, it wasn't a bad deal. We had a 2-day show. We're trying to bring that back again, but I've got new venture now. I'm trying to set up my own bar, so we're trying to get our own place now to do our own thing, and I'm taking what I'm doing here and transferring it to that. So.
Right.
Nice.
That's the future of the dungeon as we know
I'm
it
gonna have
now.
to mention one more thing because
So.
it's a nice little story. When I went over and talked to those guys, because I appreciated that the guy from the Seatown Skate Crew invited me to their place.
Right.
Like, talked to me face to face. I'm like, hey, a human that wants to talk to me face to face.
They look
So I
me in
go
the
over
eye.
there, and they got the skate videos going, and they're
Right.
in the garage, and I go in there, and we were talking about, getting stuff going, and I was telling him I'm trying to get this band from Joliet.
Right.
And he goes, oh, there's a skate team up there in Chicago. Maybe we could start doing it. I go, you think like me. I always think outside the box, think bigger.
Right.
Why not?
better-
I think outside of locally. I kind of think
Right.
regionally sometimes, I guess.
With what we've always done is like Chop's like the reason that we have like Groove Tank, and then the Uncle Dave's and those types. Chop sent me to go get that band to put them on Metal in the Mountains 3. I believe it was. It was either 2 or 3. I can't remember. I want to say it was 3.
Oh, that was one of my favorites from back in the day, Group Tank.
Dude, Groove Tank was fucking like. I remember I had to go up and cut him a song. Like right in the middle of the set, I had to go up and tell him that we got to cut a song off because we're running on time.
Right.
And he's like, "Dude, just let us finish, man." And he's like, he had something special, and they finished. Fucking I loved it. But people of the scene would send me or Chop, and we would try to drag in as much diversity as possible
Oh, yeah.
to do the Metal in the Mountains Festival. And he ended up doing, after when we went, okay, the Crossing wouldn't allow us to come back after 4. We tried to come back for 5. And when that relationship dissolved itself between me and the previous owner, I'll keep it at that, I ain't going
Right.
to name drop.
Right.
But the previous owner was a bit of a hag towards me, and she got pissy with me when I took it from 3 and went to 4 with a 2-day show at the Granada. So when that dissolved, that relationship, we never were allowed to come back for 5. But we did the festival over there because we had kids that came to see Fun Gone Wrong.
Right.
And I believe you guys was another one of them, because 3 we had, because Gates of Insanity didn't show. As Your Second Phase was that thing with Chop that I absolutely hated doing. And then SOC was on it. You're good.
Is my cranium in the way?
Just a little, you're good.
My
But yeah,
pineapple.
Well, I remember another guy that's really cool to the scene that we all love is Shipley. And
Oh, yeah.
He got put on one of them. I can't remember which one.
that was the
And
Mountain
he-
Mayhems
he
that
was-
Chop was doing after I quit
He was
doing.
real stoked about being on it and everything, and he raps, so it's like
Yeah.
Shipley's the man. I fucking love him.
Right.
Shipley's
Oh, yeah.
dope.
So you got your
For
good
sure.
guys and you got your bad guys.
Shipley's the one that brought me back to
just
doing
like
the podcast.
Batman.
Hell yeah.
Most of our shows
a
have been
good
like
dude.
an hour, 20 minutes away north. Like
Really?
Yeah, seemed like
They're like, who you guys?
up around you.
And then we'll tell them where we're from, and then they will be. They'll
Where are you
so
guys from? You
confused.
guys from all over?
Oh man, the sticks.
These guys are from Benton, and Joey's from around Benton now, but he was in what's that name? Thompsonville.
Thompson.
Ah,
And I live in Irvington.
Okay.
So I make the trek every week.
you're not too far from me then.
I make the trek every weekday. Every Thursday
You're a
at 5
trooper,
o'clock
man.
sharp, I get
Where's
in the truck
practice?
and go down to Benton.
Benton,
I don't even
Benton.
call
Benton,
anymore
yeah.
or say what's going on. I just know that's my practice.
I'm an East Coast man living in Benton. Does that make me a crappy lake?
The neighbors love us.
Well, I actually lived there when I was like tail into 8th grade and freshman and sophomore, so I know from Benton.
Well, I grew up in Benton, Arkansas,
Oh, yeah.
but I'm from Centralia. Well, I was born in Centralia. I lived in Mount Vernon. We lived on 13th right behind Stan the Tire Man when I was a kid.
Okay.
And then we moved from there, moved to Benton, Arkansas. So I come back here and I was like, there's other states that have Benton as a town. This is awesome,
There's like
you know?
9 other. I think it's weird.
Oh.
I came back in like 1990. I was like fucking 11 years old, so I didn't know that there was other states that had other towns named Benton.
I didn't even know they had one here in this one.
Well, Well, I was going to turn it over because I'm doing a lot of yapping, but I was going to turn it over to Rick real quick if he wants to tell the story of how we came across Joey. It was just kind of a neat story.
Let me tell you a story about a man named Jed. Boy, man, he really kept his family fed.
Right.
No, I mean,
if you want to tell it.
we were playing at the city limits in Benton.
First gig.
Yeah, I was going to take these guys up so they could see the room. I walked in and I guess Joey was in there having a cocktail or whatever.
I've been
he
known
was
to
doing.
do that a
Actually, he
little
was
bit.
out back.
Yeah.
He was out back on the smokers. floor.
Smoking a cocktail.
So he seen me coming and shit. So it was really cool to see him again and everything. Took me a minute to remember that was Joey. I haven't seen you in years.
I used to have hair.
Yeah, well,
I feel you.
but I was just like, I was always a fan of Joey. I used to be in another band, a local band that did pretty good around here and shit. But kind of paved the way for a few.
Did it have a name?
Yeah. So and then I went.
He's not mentioning it for some reason.
So then I,
No credit.
No name drop.
we're here for Flyte Risk, But anyway, I seen Joey and Joey used to do shows with us, and he was in a band I liked. They used to open up for us and shit, be real good and stuff. And I've been trying to get Joey to come do work with us for years and years and years. And finally he showed up, got his ass in. Friggin' our first album was done shortly after that. It just rolled,
I remember Rick
clicked.
looking over at Joey at one point, and we were talking and hanging out, and he goes, "Let me get your phone number. I might need that coming up here." And we did.
That's funny.
Yeah, the other singer is like, what's the matter? I don't hear from you anymore. I was like, Jeff's not really thrilled
Oh yeah,
about
he
your
threw me under the bus. He threw me under the bus hardcore.
your work.
That's fucked.
This is-
Yeah, if he wants to blame me, fine.
That's hey. I've had worse
Hey.
problems.
I had to break a couple eggs and shit. He was a good friend of mine. The
Right.
other one was a good friend of mine. But in order for the band to sound right and do the right thing and shit, I don't care if you're my friend. You're my friend all the way until I die broke. I don't want that.
Right.
I want us to have some, respect and recognition. You got to have the right people for the job. You got to have the right guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not the right guy,
I
you're not
thought
the
you
right
guys
guy.
were too heavy. I didn't know what the hell I was going to do at first.
Well,
And then I'm just kind of gritted my teeth and was like, just get angry at it. Fucking
Yeah.
Right.
give it hell. Before I knew it, it started feeling exactly right.
yeah.
So
it was
basically,
good.
what we're saying in a nutshell is the four guys you see sitting at your little table here. This is Flyte Risk.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I would hope.
I mean,
My brother was in a New York band with me, and
Right.
What do you call it? And that's a good popular underground band. I don't know if you want to look it up, and I will drop that name because it deserves respect. Inner Sanctum. What do you call it? And if he's going to call me from Vegas, and he was always my biggest critic, and say, "Good album, bro,"
Oh, that's
then I was like,
Right.
I think we got the right guys for the job. You know
he
what
even
I mean?
used it on his podcast thing or whatever.
Oh yeah,
where
he's got the
destinations.
yeah, pointless
he
destination.
gets on his bike.
Oh, man,
our
they're
music-
badass
our,
Harleys.
Our music's going while he's cruising.
Yeah, really cool. Really cool.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was super cool.
Oh yeah.
I guess those
Well,
guys-
I am in the market for a new theme song. So.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm also, I got it rigged up that we're going to crash on my sister's living room floor in New York in fall. We'll go up there in fall and stuff, and we'll go see my buddy Adam from Inner Sanctum. He's working in one of the New York studios. We're going to go in there and record a little bit with him and just get a bunch of ideas flowing and things
Right.
happening and stuff like that. But get the hell out of here.
We need
for
to
the
make some
song.
noise. It's been a
Yeah.
minute. We were on Decibel
Yeah.
magazine at one time, and now it's,
We call
We need to
Adam
make some
from
noise.
time to time, and he's a good advice giver and
Right.
information
He's-
giver on all kinds of stuff.
He's pretty popular in the music scene himself.
You were talking about getting out there and like just traveling, getting it done.
yeah.
I was
Get-
listening to
reaching
a,
other people.
Oh, dude, I was listening to a clip from Dave Grohl, and he was talking about the fact that after Nirvana, he could have taken the band and like the guys that were, you got Pat Smear that was with him from Nirvana, and you've got the other members that joined him and started with him. Their old drummer, the original guy before they had Taylor.
Yeah.
And he could have taken the band and put them on a plane and flew them all over the fucking world, but he decided to go get an old beat up Ford van
And make it.
and do it the way they
Yeah.
did it when they made it the first run through. And I thought that was a fucking amazing idea. Coming from that fucking part
Oh,
of it,
yeah.
because like if you've got the money to go do it, fucking finance your shit.
Yeah.
Get out there and go travel. Don't
It
just
gave-
sit around here.
I gave him some extra money to buy that mixing board. Didn't he buy that mixing board from
Oh,
that
yeah, he
studio?
did. I seen that.
It's like,
Had to airlift it out of there.
We played
Yeah.
shows where we were freezing our asses off in my little truck.
oh yeah.
Fucking freezing cold. No, the heat's not working at all.
The heat's
We're covered in
clicking.
sweat for an hour and a half on the way back.
Shit.
And I mean,
I think they made it
it's
into a song.
It's
one
the
time.
it's actually it's in Hollow Battle Cry.
I was like, I can't feel my dick.
I can't. But it's
Joey,
that,
you
it's
feel
that
my
journey.
dick?
I'll try to keep it alive for you, bro. It's that journey together.
Right.
That's where the stories come from. That's where
Oh, yeah, yeah.
the memories.
The first few songs that I ever recorded with anybody was with Cause of Ruin, and we had a song called Death to the Enemy Heat Vent because everybody in my house kept tripping over these wall-based heat vents.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't they were forced air, but they were on the wall. They weren't in the floor or in the ceiling. And they had the little draft doors that you could close when you didn't have them, because none of these houses had air conditioning. So it would run heat, but it wouldn't run air. We had window unit for that. But he kept tripping over it, so we ended up writing a song like Death to the Enemy. And it was like fucked up lyrics to it. And it was like, eat shit, die hard. And it was just like kept going in that momentum the entire fucking song. I just recently found the lyrics to them and was sending them to Jeremy on fucking Messenger.
If people knew the actual story behind a song idea, sometimes they'd laugh.
Oh, dude. I think more bands should do that. I mean, if you have the ability, like with Kyle Bissell and the whole Drift Loud thing, he has the ability to print vinyl for you. And that's what I've been buying from him, is to get the vinyl thing going around here because I fucking collect the shit out of them. And there's your opportunity to drop God knows what in there. You could fucking...
Oh, I got one for you. As far as weird stories for a song, bringing up some kind of chaos back in the day.
Right.
We had a song called Dark Beer, White Dog.
Yeah, I've recorded
And the
that a few
lyrics,
times.
I was partying with a friend of mine, and she didn't have a shower at the time. She wanted to use mine without
Right.
getting too graphic. My shower, as a single guy, was not in the best shape. So she got the Comet out, and she's like, I'm not getting in there until I clean that son of a... So in the lyrics it says, hey there, Cletus, because she told me you have to put my dog's name in the song. So the lyrics start out, hey there, Cletus, too much Comet. People are probably like, what the hell are they talking about? The Comet was for cleaning the shower.
Right.
The silly shit.
Dude, it's yeah.
But that song's a classic.
I don't know, with SOC, I don't think we ever put anything in there. Like I know we had like we had the song Pop Rocks and Roofies. That was probably the funniest song that we had done, other than COVID. We had a song that we did right after COVID was almost over. It was like 2021, I think, before it finally started to break off and everybody could get out again. And Derek screams like a girl. It's like, ah! At the very beginning of it, he's saying COVID, and he does it like fucking pretty much like fucking Iron Maiden, like that high pitch.
Right. Well,
Fucking
I've
scream
heard him
shit.
up on stage with us getting crazy.
Dude, he's fucking retarded.
I can't hit them notes, I'll tell you that.
I can tell.
I stay in them low ranges.
I've got a deep voice, but you're
Well, I was
over here
gonna
like
say,
talking like this and
He
shit.
gets like we got Johnny
It's a half
Cash in the
newbie,
house.
Right? Burning rain of fire.
He's our secret weapon.
Right.
We got a new song on our new album. If a girl hears it, she'll be pregnant by the time it's done.
Sit on the
Well,
woofer.
I laid down some funk on the bass, and he ran with it.
Gonna
Damn
make
right.
sweet love to you, baby.
Well, we're going to take a break real quick, and we'll be right back with more from Flyte Risk.
Yes.
Sharing the mic
Sharing the mic. We had some
like
technical
Gene
difficulties.
Simmons and Ace Frehley in
There we go.
1977.
You know, they love that.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. Just only when you're sharing the mic with Paul. I didn't
come
know
on
it.
in.
Even as a fan, I said it. Anyway.
Anyway, we need money. We're on a podcast.
Give generously.
Get down to it.
Yeah.
Cash App
Go
into-
fund us. Go fund us so we can go to Australia.
Yeah. The electric company's only going to let me put my bill up one more month.
Who's
The
paying for
three
this
guys that
album
drink in the
here?
band, I'm sharing a little about my European beer with everybody.
It's wunderbar.
European.
It's peanut butter flavored.
Anyway, outside of the silliness, I guess I'll throw a point. And you know, I'm not trying to be all down or
Yes, you are.
negative or anything like that. But I just want to say that we should all band together at different styles, different towns, all these bands, clubs, and everybody, so we can grow the scene. Like
Yeah.
I feel like the skateboarder guys are doing.
Right.
And I just want to say,
What is that? CKE or
They're,
what's the name of them?
C-Town.
C-Town. Is it C-Town? Okay.
I believe it is. But you know, like, there's been a few out there, like Burn Red Sky and Broken Circle,
Right.
and
Tommy's band.
Shipley and Tommy's band, the cover band we played with on my birthday, Rock City Bandits.
City.
Yeah.
There you go.
And they brought it that night, and at my old band Abaddon, we worked together a little bit there.
Mm-hmm.
And outside of that, it's just like I put stuff out there. Hey, let's do a gig, and I either get no response or we can't do it all the time. And I know there's stuff coming.
Oh, yeah.
Up. That's
Oh, yeah.
obvious. But I just want to throw it out there in general, just to say let's work together and grow it up because
Right.
we're all in this together.
Yes. Yes. That's why I started the podcast.
Right.
For sure.
I that's my way of contributing because I can't
I hear you.
get out there and play physically yet. So, and I don't know if I'll pick that back up again. But
Right.
like I try to do my part by doing this here.
Yeah, we've helped out a couple of bands to receive, you know, bag over the head and needed a fucking groin in return.
What?
It's pretty much what it is.
so.
I mean,
And before I forget another fella, just real quick, Scooby George who does a lot of your kind of stuff. Who's also a comedian. Go check him out.
Yeah,
But,
he'll be on.
I
He'll be on next
appreciate
month.
his help with everything, and of course Jim Finney, the
Oh,
roadie
yes.
from hell, and we all are sorry for his loss.
Yes. Yes. For those that don't know, Chief James Finley, his wife passed away. So, and we wish him well. He's doing good. I keep in contact with him quite a bit. I went and
Good.
picked him up like about 2 weeks ago, and we went and hung out here for the night. But he's doing pretty good. But a shout out to
I
Chief.
gave him one of the limited edition Lycan shirts, so he should still have that. Just throwing a light note in there on the
once
we
I
love
see
Chief.
those red dots, I'm about to dive under the table.
Hey, wait a minute. We're in a basement, though. That's technology for
I know
you.
that.
Oh Jesus! I never thought about that. I got to watch that. If I ever have any veterans on here,
I'm
that'd be
East Coast,
shitty.
bro. I don't know.
That'd be
The
shitty.
deck.
Charlie's here. God damn it! That'd be shitty. You get attacked.
Hey, we do appreciate you having us down here.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you guys being on.
Well, I never get to this part of the Verm very often. This is very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Very nice.
We worked very hard to get this place.
It's very nice.
Yeah,
Oh, very nice.
It's a nice.
we've been in constant remodels since we bought it.
King of the castle.
With the
Can't
king
take
of
anymore.
hot explosions on Pamela Anderson's stomach.
I'm tired of aging house.
Hey, also, if you guys want to see something really cool, I got a plug, and I got to do this for Skylar. Check out his solo shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I'm in production.
Obviously,
of
we
a
got
new
to
album.
plug the,
Let him talk.
an inner member.
Let him talk. No, what are you doing?
I'm doing a new album coming soon on the SP side.
There you go.
I'm about to announce the artwork and album title, name, and stuff, and all the features and stuff. I got a lot of good people on there, so that'll be really cool to give to the people.
A lot of good
Good deal.
leaders.
A lot of your stuff still on Leaders Radio.
Yeah.
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 Leaders Radio on the YouTubes.
There you go.
We're
Send me a
actually,
link. I'll put it in the description.
we're actually on it,
Very
aren't
good.
we? Aren't we on that?
Yeah.
We're leaders.
It's in there.
Yeah. But
Me to your leader.
It's like a platform
But
you
ching.
help create to get
Yeah, it's
people out
a
there.
Leaders Entertainment District. It's kind of like
Gotcha.
our independently ran label. So
Right
we
on.
kinda just,
Where they out of?
It's just us.
That's you guys?
Yeah, we
Okay.
just do our
He-
thing. I got
Right
a
on.
lot of
Music
collective
creator.
people on the side that help with us and stuff. And it's
Nice.
Really fun.
That's
It
what
helps
Rick
get a lot of names
forgot
out
to
there.
mention with Skylar is not
awesome.
only does he help us and our stuff and his own, all his buddies that rap and stuff he does tracks for and
Right on. Right on.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the clown that's up there is a gift from Shipley, as well as a couple of. I think the tribute to Chewy show was a gift from him as well.
Do I amuse
That's
you?
awesome.
Right.
Am I a clown? I'm funny? Funny how?
Devil's Reject.
No, I couldn't help it.
Right. I don't blame you. We don't care. Like I
Rick
said.
knows. You put a microphone in front of that guy and give him a couple beers, watch out.
Right.
Oh, you said I wasn't worried about eating up 3 hours.
So are you still the senior citizen of the band, or you're...
No.
No, you're older now.
Finally, I have another that is older.
Not only am I a senior citizen, but I'm the father of one of the members.
Yeah.
I'll have to give him the Gandalf beard. He's earned it.
We're all
Gandalf the drunk.
10, 11 years apart, I think.
Gandalf the buzzed.
Yeah,
There we go.
I'm excited about that fact that I'm
What?
not the
Oh yeah.
senior citizen in the band now.
Kind of
I play
players
with
I
a
get
lot
to-
of super young guys.
I didn't know you were that fucking old. I have to be honest.
I'm an
Me and
old-
Paula still are like, what the fuck?
I'm an old geezer.
Right. How old are you?
I'm old.
You're old. I
about
turned
that?
46 this
Older
year.
than the bass player. Hint.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 38. You're about 10 years behind me, I think.
I'm
You like
300.
12,
Nah, 27.
27?
Yeah.
Well, see, if you're going to have a young
Got a
member,
multi-generational
if-
band
it-
going
it-
on
it
here.
is-
if
like
you're,
it's all
if you're
your
going to have
junk.
a young member in the band,
Yeah.
you know what I'm going to say almost here. What member would you want to be the most spry? The drummer.
The drummer, yes. Yeah, yeah.
So that works well for
And
us.
he's
Right,
can
so-
produce.
And we got the Mick Mars thing
He's the
going
man.
on.
I was
in
going to
there.
say we go from Mick Mars to fucking... What would we call you? What's your
Rick,
nickname?
I didn't know your bones were growing together.
I feel like mine are. Fucking Christ, I turned like 43. I'm 46 now.
But I have to
turned
say
43.
something
Horrible.
about that. We love
40
Mick
shit
Mars.
starts
We
changing.
love Mick
Sucks.
Mars.
Like, Jesus.
And can we say it in a public forum? You fired the wrong guy.
With who? With who?
The crew.
Oh, yeah.
Fired the wrong guy.
I didn't know they fired him. I thought he quit.
Whatever.
That's what I thought.
Whatever
yeah.
horse shit happened.
Well, I think
that's not
I don't think he put up with the whole fucking Vince Neil mouth lip and everything that they were fucking putting it out. Mouth lipping everything.
Yeah,
man.
there was stuff that came out that he was really like against all
Yeah.
of this. Like
Well,
he
of
really
course,
hated
he's a
that shit.
musician.
Yeah.
He was the
Well, it's a cash grab now.
guy in the
That's
band.
why I didn't like the Pantera thing.
Ah,
I fucking hate the Pantera. I don't fucking hate it. I think it's great for people that never got to see him.
I don't wanna
I
see
can
that.
live with the fact I never got to see him. I was supposed to go see
There's a
Damage
lot of
Plan.
controversy about that.
Well, I was supposed to go see Damage Plan the weekend he got killed. Dying.
I did see him in St. Louis the last
Yeah,
time
that-
he came through. But
And
Man.
I think
was
it's,
the
I think it's
weirdest
a fucking
thing when
cash
that,
grab.
When that was announced,
all that
I might
was.
have a different opinion only because when that was announced, I was on the beach down in Florida reading Rex's book when they announced that, which is kind of
The
weird.
Pantera thing?
Yeah, I was reading Rex's book when they announced it. So I'm kind of coming from the Rex point of view.
I mean, you can
So-
put out as many books as you want and do whatever you want with it, but it's just a simple fact that everybody knows that up until Vinny passed,
Well, yeah, he was.
they could not get anybody to sign on to it because Vinny
Well,
Paul
no.
controlled the rights of the music, so
And he
therefore
wasn't
nobody
gonna
could get
ever-
on. Yeah, and the moment he passed, they jumped on it. It took
Well,
about
yeah.
a year. Everybody knew that Zach could play it. Zach looks nervous as a
but
motherfucker
the
up there
one
playing it,
thing that you gotta
but
say,
he can
though,
do it.
Is
He's wearing a dress.
Rita was behind it. Dimes pretty
She
much.
okayed it. Yeah, she okayed
So
it.
if his woman okayed it, then,
Well, I mean, if you
Well,
know,
I know.
did she okay it or did she okay it? Like, you
I
go
know.
pay me a third of this shit, or that's what I'm getting at. Like, in my
Money
heart,
Hey, Jeff,
the shit that I've read, I believe it was a cash grab.
you don't know you how good the musician is. How am I about a dude walking out in a dress?
Oh yeah, well, he leaned over and I said, well, Rick, maybe he's Irish. It's part of his
Culture, yeah.
And Rick goes, I don't think that's the reason.
I can't do it. You're rocking out. Next thing you know, you
Well,
got
we
a
saw a
swinging
couple
tea
of them out
bag.
back, a couple of the guitar players, and Rick's like, hey, you want to go talk to him? And I'm like, I don't know. And he goes, I don't think I do.
I mean, it'll prevent people from running up on stage when you got to see a sack before you get over the
I
fucking
know.
top.
There's Zach and there's the
there
sack.
was a couple of them, but then there was the one guy that came out mid-set. And when he entered the stage, I was like, there's no question.
Hey, we didn't mention who we were watching, right?
No, let's not.
All right.
I don't want to get sued or
No shit there.
canceled
Jesus.
or
Oh, I don't give a fuck. This is the world's worst podcast. Enjoy your day.
I got nothing against homosexuality as long as both the women are hot.
There you go.
That's
Other
a good
than that,
segue.
I love this guy.
guy's got segues.
You know?
Hey, it is what it is. Like I said, I have 2 rules here. I'm not responsible for if you sound like shit, and I'm
Right.
not responsible for editing.
He's repeated this
Let
a
it-
few
let it
times.
fly.
Yes, I have. I'm going to make it my mainstay. It's going to be in the disclaimer.
You knew the deal. I
Hey, we
repeated
ripped
it.
off Beavis and Butthead on this one. You guys will love it. Like I literally, I'll play the disclaimer for you before you leave. But
Hell yeah.
yeah, it's hilarious
If
as
you're gonna
fuck.
rip something
We're
off,
responsible.
Dude, I did it with a fucking 1980s goddamn keyboard that barely works. It's Paula's, my wife's.
Love it. 80s.
Oh my god, dude, and it's fucking just stupid. I had Microsoft Sarah do the fucking lyrics.
Does it sound like Beavis and Butthead singing?
No, it's like you remember the beginning of it where they had Beavis and Butthead are not real people.
Okay.
They did that disclaimer because that lady, some lady had a kid burn their fucking house down because they were watching him fire. So he ended up laying underneath his bed and lit the mattress on fire and burn their house down. So they had to do a disclaimer and move him from 7 o'clock to like 11:30.
You sounded like that dude just now.
Oh, I can.
Oh.
Okay.
That's so crazy. Just a little.
Yeah, it's like if we grew up with it, it's second nature to fucking
Oh
hear
yeah.
that.
And I already have a deep voice, so Butthead's easy. Like, damn it, Beavis, what the hell are you doing?
I can mimic all kinds of shit.
I'm doing my monkey dance.
Damn it, Bobby.
So now why didn't we
Damn
start
it,
off with
boy.
this?
I swear, those boys are out in my...
Why are
Shit.
you always whacking in
I
my
can
goddamn
sell
camper?
propane and propane accessories.
No, that's Hank.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the same guy, actually, for Beavis and Butthead lore.
It's where they got
He
him from,
sounds
though,
It's
isn't
the
it?
same voice.
Sounds
It's the
similar,
same
so-
voice, but it's not the same guy, which is fucked up because in the beginning of Hank Hill, King of the Hill, you see Beavis and Butthead on a motorcycle with a tattooed chick in like season 1 or 2, and then after that they quit putting it in the intro. But it's not Hank. It's a different dude. You've got the old man,
I did
doesn't
not
cut-
know.
Damn it, boy.
and then and it's kind of like Mr. McDicker, Mr. McVicker.
The trailer in which they was whacking.
It's damn near the same voice.
I did not know that at all.
Oh yeah.
Would I be right in saying that you've seen some behind-the-scenes footage?
I own. If you go in my music
Yeah,
room,
man,
you'll see.
it's
You'll
cool.
see.
You'll see.
I even have the goddamn video game on
I was-
SNES.
Somebody
Rolling
said
over
that
the-
to me. Somebody
rolling
said
over
that
the
to me in the
Nintendo.
band world one time. An unnamed person was going to join in.
Right.
And
happens on the bus stays on the bus.
he wouldn't really trash him, but he just kept saying, "You'll see, you'll see," and we did see, we did.
You can't
I'm like, I
unsee
knew what
it.
he meant when he after
Do I know him?
it all went down. Now,
Do I know him?
You do.
Yeah.
But like I
Going
said,
down.
the names have been edited to protect the innocent.
The names have been changed to protect the innocent lives at hand. Sunday.
You'll see.
I thought about doing voiceover acting. Like literally, I thought about getting into doing it because I could do 1,000 fucking
I
voices.
think you could do it.
I would love to.
Be
It'd fucking
success.
There's like
The-
video games and stuff too. Like there's a
great. Well,
lot
there's
of money
people that
in
get paid to do jobs for like Family Guy, where they
Yeah.
have an impersonator do the voice.
There's
so
people
they don't
that
have
get
to pay
paid
the,
to do
the
a
real
lot.
people.
You remember
Yeah,
Police?
Michael Buffer costs a lot of fucking money.
Remember Police Academy?
Yeah, yeah.
That guy that could do any
Michael
sound.
Winslow.
Man, he talented.
Michael Winslow is
Super
his name.
talented.
Yeah. The only person to ever
Freaking-
fucking
I
do
love that
Hendrix
guy.
with his mouth.
Right?
Oh yeah, he did do that.
It's
Yeah.
intense.
That's
Like
like
it puts you
guitar
there.
It
solo.
sounded so bad to
Mouth
put it that
guitar.
way.
I can't even.
That's fun. It's
Anyway,
So,
Hi.
the band.
very wise you are.
We went off on a tangent. It's okay.
How do we get some of these gravy ass shows? You know,
Gravy ass.
like they got this shit going on. Who to open for who? Over
Stone
at
Temple
the-
Pilots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we didn't even know about that.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
We're
I think
behind
that they don't tell us things.
I
on
think
purpose,
Everfelt is on that as well. Like Cause of Ruins on that.
and we're not.
Hell yeah.
Well,
I-
fucking,
I wish him luck, though.
I
I can't
me
even
too.
remember
They're
the other
good
bands
guys.
that were on
Yeah.
it.
But,
there's a shit ton of them, and that again, I think is like
I think-
my personal fucking opinion. It's a cash grab.
I think we would have made them a little nervous.
I think we'll
couldn't
keep,
fix it
we'll
that
keep
easy
sweating
if we
through the
were in
4-hour
there. I
shows
don't know.
in
You
the
know?
bars.
Right.
We don't care.
Right.
You know.
I think it's a cash grab because I've never been a fan of Battle of the Bands.
Seems
It's
to be
always
with
they
that.
always we've done them in
Do what?
pops.
I think I was on what was it, Black Diamond Harley Davidson for a Battle of the Bands years ago through
Yeah.
TAO.
When the judges
That's who's
walk-
doing
we
this
didn't
one.
even- we
like
didn't
even
even
DML
place, I
out of
don't
Woodlawn
think.
here is on it. Like DML Woodlawn, I think it's K-She's maybe is on it, but I know DML TAO.
It was fun.
I think the Point might be on it.
You know, I learned if the judges walk in wearing the band T-shirts, it might be kind of fixed. Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything about who told me, but I had a person that you know as well, and the rest of you might know that was in the industry that changed a bar to a different bar. I'll give a little hint out there. But there was individuals that used to book for him back in the day, and they had told us when I was in the SOC that 90% of them are fixed. And this was after we'd got ripped off by, Joe Corso at Maddie's Pub and all that dumb shit had happened.
Damn it, Santa Claus isn't real.
Right, right. That's exactly how it felt.
I remember.
I know,
That's
right?
exactly how it felt. The first time somebody told me and I
Because
seen
you have
it.
they have that hope, like just play hard.
Here's a good story for you. Another I won't say any names or anything, but I got chosen to go represent the band I was in at the time, Lunatic.
Yeah.
And they threw these little pieces of paper on a thing, and I think they had a thing talked about before to run up and grab the little ones and leave the big one, because there's this giant piece, and the other ones were all little and wadded up. So they ran up there, and I just walked up there. I didn't know it was and I got the terrible set time. Our crowd was still in transit. They weren't there yet. And it was like, gee, I wonder if that was set up, because they went running for the little pieces of paper, and I just got the last one that was left, and you have to play first.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
You have to play yesterday.
When we did Maddie's, we showed up, we played our set, everybody voted us on, and it wasn't supposed to happen. Mm-hmm. We got voted on by accident because the sound guy who got fired for it voted us on. There was a tie in the crowd, and they asked him, and he's like, okay, he points at us, he gets us on there. The next week we come in there, and Corso, who was the promoter, gets into it with Larry White from fucking Sacrifice the Gods. Burns him in the fucking face with his own cigarette, and a whole war breaks out.
It got real.
Shit.
It got real.
Yeah, dude, he got
Them's
fucking
fighting
stupid.
words.
Philip Chapman got stabbed in the dick with a drumstick. Like, he got fucking ignorant, dude. But then, there's pictures of I've got
Touch
it on
my
Facebook.
drum kit.
Right? He told Joe Corso that it's easy to play Def Leppard with both arms.
Oh boy.
Yeah. and a fight ensued.
I concur.
Yeah. Well, we made it all the way to the end of the thing, and then we got voted out. But when me and Derek, my drummer, showed up, we go in there to fucking pull straws, like he was talking about, and they literally pull straws, and we walk in there like, oh, we already did it. Like, we showed up an hour early.
And
you already did it before the scheduled
my
time?
old fights.
Yeah. Like, okay, that's what we learned, and then we heard from the individual I was speaking about earlier that it's 90% of the time it's fixed. It's a cash grab.
Before Slim Shady, that was pretty Slim Shady.
Right. I don't give a fuck. They can't cancel my ass. I don't go to your place to fucking do any podcasting. Like, I thought Granada was trying to me just recently because I couldn't get onto my platform and then go to theirs on Facebook and do any sharing or viewing or anything like that. But it was a misunderstanding. But I was like, you could cancel me if you like, but you're not going to like the result of it. I mean, I don't have a large stretch, but I can put my name out there and talk shit.
I wouldn't mind doing a Granada. I did it.
Granada looks nice, but their sound, like the back, when you're at the bar, it's muddy as shit. So it's designed for you to get away from the bar, basically, if you want to hear it clear.
I played there before they changed it all over.
I did Metal of the Mountains 4 and 5 there when it was just an auditorium, and then I worked there when I was 16 and it was a duplex, the Sarasota Theaters, and it's changed a lot. My dad was there when it was a single before Carasota's bought it, and they turned it into a duplex in the 80s. But they've done a lot of work to that bitch. The floor was even ate out of it.
It's a dupe.
Yeah.
But it's like a $3 million fucking sound setup in there. All self-feed, where you could fucking hit a button and watch it go to your artist and change all the levels right in front of you. It's like, that's fucking nifty.
It'd be really cool.
We don't have that here. We got analog. Us country folk over here don't have that kind of stuff. I live by the airport where the planes are scary.
I had a solo show. We were booked it was some small town by Evansville. And we show up to the venue and we're like, okay, where's the sound system? Where do we plug into? And he points over to the corner and there's a fucking like Bluetooth tower speaker there.
Yeah, like that fucker sitting over there.
Yeah. I was like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Oh, we've played our fair share of shit. Like, show up with 2 powered speakers, blow half of them, just trying to use them for vocals. No PA.
I think that's every band person's
Oh yeah.
worst nightmare is what's the sound gonna be? What's
No, where's the stage?
Hey, we've done shows with your tower.
What's
Yeah.
one of the bigger shows you
with that
played, though?
tiny tower?
What's the worst show you've played?
Yeah, that's a good question.
What's the worst show you've played? We'll start with you.
Oh, I got it.
It's been many years.
Oh, I got one right off.
I can't really say. I'd have to say the second time we did Pops, and we had to grab the drummer that recorded on the album with the other band. And,
Oh, I mean, like, in your lifetime. Like, you don't have to pick this
in
band.
my lifetime?
Yeah.
There's too many.
There's too many. Shit.
I don't even remember half them decades.
Uh,
You know, so.
I got one whenever I was in SKK. We opened up for Mothership.
Oh, shit.
Cool band. And I broke a string.
Right.
Ran out to my case like I would normally do to put on the E string that I broke, and I had no extra strings in the case. Rookie. And I'm like, I instantly washed out white. I was like, no strings. What do I do now? And I think Broke Neck was playing with him at the time.
Okay.
And Josh gave me his bass, which was totally in a different tuning. And then I had to get it in the
Was I at that show?
You probably were.
I think I was at that
and
show.
And then I was lost.
I remember this.
And then I was so nervous that I didn't do another rookie mistake. I didn't wrap the cord around and plug it in, so I had it just straight out.
Step on it?
I stepped on it, pulled
pulled
the
it out
cord
of the
out.
fucking-
I'm good at that.
bass goes
I'm real
out.
good at that.
And
Dude,
then I
Jeremy
was like-
Bullock used to do this shit repeatedly
and
every
then I
time we had
was
the
so
show. He was getting
I
so
was so
pissed.
frustrated
I would've
that
fired
I couldn't
his
hardly
ass.
find the cord or get it back into the bass in a decent amount of time because I was so frustrated by then. And I was talking to the Mothership guy after the show,
struggle
and he
is
goes,
real.
you guys were good and stuff." And I was like, "I thought I was terrible. All this happened." He goes, "That happens."
Yeah.
Because he's a touring guy.
Yep.
But he was probably happy because he talked to Clarence before the show. And that's another where I'm going to trail off and not mention anything.
Don't ever eat free hot dogs at a gig,
Don't ever eat free hot dogs.
because I can tell you about bad shows like that.
Well, yeah, I used to
2
get the
o'clock in-
pre-game shits before Pops.
2 o'clock in
Used to
the
be so
morning.
nervous.
The bathrooms are flooded with piss.
Oh.
All the gas stations are closed, and
Where's
you're
this at?
and you're dropping clay in the bathroom.
clay.
I mean, in
I got
the
to-
parking lot.
I was
it
up
Jersey?
I was on stage at Peak.
No, this was actually
We're going to have to make a
Sim,
song called Dropping Clay.
You know,
Where?
up at Alonzo's.
What city?
Oh, I know
and Sims,
Lonzo's.
yeah.
I played there.
Okay.
I played
Yeah.
at Poor Kings until they brought me a trash can on the stage because I was puking so much
Oof.
to try to get through a song,
Fuck
and
that.
I bombed it.
I played the Benton
I
Civic
was
Center
sick,
with a stomach
partying
virus.
with maniacs.
Oof. Fuck that.
But we went back there and redeemed it.
I don't think I've ever
You
been
got-
sick to play, like fever
We
or
played
anything
in
like
Carbondale?
that. I don't think.
I
I
was-
was a butcher
It was a
when we
good
first
show.
started. So I
Oh,
always
yeah.
cut my fucking fingers up or whatever.
I
But
screwed
I
it
never
up when
got
I was
sick
20.
like that.
They were flying me up from Florida to do shows because the band was still going, and I was living in Florida.
Right.
And we were playing with Revis, but they were Orca at the time at the Benton Civic Center.
Gravis.
And oh my God, I puking and shitting myself all the way up on the plane.
All up in his crevice.
All up in his
You should have seen the people in the friggin' plane with me. They're like, oh.
But they're getting tripped out.
Intermission.
Intermission. Is it a pee break again?
Intermission for you.
Or is it a pee break or a beer break?
Maybe somebody else
I
can.
know, I'm after a beer in a minute.
Somebody lock him in the bathroom.
That would be the best bit in the world.
Right.
I don't know, guys. I'm ready to.
Are you getting tired?
I got shit to do.
You're senior citizen ass ready to go home?
I got shit to do.
What do you got to
man.
do at home? You're just going to play with your dick and talk to fucking walls.
It's still something.
This guy's always mastering his craft.
Right?
Sweet jazz.
I got to
in
break
the
your
back.
balls a little bit. Shit.
It's all right.
You're good.
Playing Cave Fest was pretty crazy. Out there,
Cave Fest?
Saltpeter Cave.
I haven't even been out there to see
Oh,
that
man.
yet. There's so many good shows that I keep missing. We'll like get everything else ready to go and then forget about these other shows and then they pop up late in the year and it's like, fuck.
You notice these
a long
big
time
shows
ago.
coming up now? They're always the same fucking bands.
Dude, it's like they
playing.
can't find anybody else.
No, they
it's always
can.
the same
it's just
run
that
of
somebody
shit.
else is in control of the whole fucking thing.
Right.
And it's the good old boy network at its finest. Is what it is.
Usually.
Kind of put on their friends and go
Yeah.
from there.
Well, it's like the whole thing with like here in town, like they do this Fall Fest here, and no offense to the Fall Fest and the people that, because I know some of the people that personally help with it, but it just seems like even with the beer fest thing that they do here, where it's Mount Vernon's Brewer Festival or whatever, it just seems like the same thing
Yep,
every
you
fucking
got
year.
like the Heron
And then they
Fest
want to
same
put it down there in
people.
front of fucking DB's, and now they're putting a green park in where it's permanently going to be stuck down there at DB's.
I need to kick around and get us a local show.
I got a buddy that plays drums for 3 local bands. They're doing real
Yeah.
good. I like them. They're all my friends.
Right.
But all of them are playing in these big shows. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I
saying?
don't doubt it.
All 3 are getting
It's
in,
like
you know what I'm
they
saying?
hate on anybody that's original.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, there is. That's a weird thing. There
Yeah,
is a
well,
lot of
because it
cover
doesn't put
bands.
asses in seats.
You know, some-
Yeah.
Cover bands put asses in seats. That's why.
Does it?
It does.
Because so would
Go to
radio.
Kel Bar. Go to Kel Bar any weekend you want to. They've got a band out there.
Yeah,
And you'll see
I know, I understand
50,
that,
60
but-
people out there.
We were playing
I can
almost
also
40 covers at one time.
I can also not go to Kel Bar and listen to the radio. I like to go
Understandable.
out and see-
That wasn't the argument, though. The
Yeah.
argument was is if you want to make money, you got to do covers.
Yeah. Oh, I know my
Yeah.
share of covers.
Yeah.
Through a 4-hour set.
Yeah.
Let the
And
people
that's what it
dance.
is. These bars got to go with the
band that's already established and has a crowd because everybody
Right.
needs money or they're going to shut.
Yeah.
So they're not going to give a newer band cover or
I learned that the hard way.
original, either way, a chance because you don't have a crowd.
Right.
But how can you have a crowd till you let me play and I get a crowd?
Yes. Well, that's where the Facebook comes in really heavy, really, really nicely. Because if you've played a lot of these other shows and it's not in the town that you're picking now, you can take those and send it to the bar owners and they can see what you do. So you're promoting yourself constantly with
Then the
word.
cops,
You guys
the
do a
cops
good,
shut down
you
one of our
guys
first
actually-
shows, didn't they?
You
Yeah,
guys
that
actually
was
do a good job of that.
That was rich. We got shut down in Sandoval.
It was one of our
because
first
the
shows.
neighbors said we were too loud.
Was it an outdoor thing?
No, it was
No?
inside
You
a
were
bar.
Damn.
That was a new
That
one.
rock music was loud.
Well, because like here in Mount Vernon at Knucklehead, you're in a residential area. You're facing Broadway or Main, whatever the fuck it is, but you're on a main street. But you're literally you have people living behind you. So I think they have like a 11:30, or it used to be worse than that. I think I don't know the insides of that, but I heard that it was like 11:30 where they had to shut down music outside.
Right.
So, and I've never been up there for a show, so I don't know how they.
We played there.
Is it? I seen you guys played up there.
Yeah, we played up there.
How was it? Knuckleheads here in Mount Vernon.
Oh, yeah.
Up on the railroad tracks, the old pizza man.
We played up there with Clarence.
Love to play there again at some point.
Right?
Throw
I
that
liked
down.
what he did with it. It just the inside seems a little tight, but I love what he did with the outside.
I still find it crazy. Did this Alien Ant Farm show at the New Garden of Eden happen already?
I have no clue.
That sounds like
I haven't
fun.
seen anything on that.
We played there like fucking 4 times. And it'd be crazy. Did they have like any? They didn't have an outside setup.
They
or
didn't even have an
anything. It was all-
inside setup.
yeah, it was,
Had a few of
I
those.
think I saw some
They didn't have
pictures.
anything.
I think they had them outside,
Right.
whatever was
Like
there.
my favorite place to play around here is Red Zone, and I think it's closed down now. It's like on
I
the way
think
to
I did
Denton
one show there a long time
on
ago.
37, I believe.
I have to give a shout out to Hangar 9 in Carbondale. They have a nice room.
Dude,
I'd like
I've
to
heard a
play
lot
there.
of people hating on them lately, though. That
It's
they
hard to
won't
get a
play.
booking in there.
Not
They-
that, the stuff they are booking is like shit, from what I'm
Yeah.
hearing. Like it's a lot of covers of college music.
It's hard to get a booking.
I think their emo night
Anywhere.
does the best.
Yeah,
Like,
I
that's-
don't-
That's just. Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I've heard people talk shit about them up in this area.
I know what it is.
Well, I mean,
The world is different.
you ain't shitting there. COVID fucked up everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
COVID fucked up everything.
Wait, it really gets a load of he's playing
Dude,
in
it was a
Marion.
year. It was a year and a half here in Mount Vernon. Now, mind you, you've got like 5 major locations you could book at, and it was a good year before any major bands got to book anything around here. Even small bands, it was all you're going to have an acoustic guitar, and you're going to stay away from everybody. And then even when the mask cleared, it was you're going to have an acoustic guitar and maybe some drums over here. Like Broken Circle could have made a fortune during that time because they don't play heavy music.
Yeah.
They have some grooving shit, but they don't really get heavy.
I have a story.
What?
This is a good one. I always do.
Can you
Rick's
kill
like
us
you
with it?
always do.
Can you
But-
kill us with your story, please?
I could. I could. I really could.
No, go ahead.
After we mentioned COVID, it brought
Right.
up a story in my brain.
You're good.
One of the first shows back after COVID at Red Flag was that Dereliction, them young kids, the thrash band.
Dereliction.
They're killer.
Yeah.
They're hooked up with Kyle.
I got some of their shit here.
We went up there to. There's
Look
the
at that.
side.
Yeah.
We went up there to check them out.
to face your face.
And it was one of the first, if not first, shows back in after COVID.
Right.
And I was drinking beer, and
Not
you had to have your mask on.
Oh,
And so I'm like, I bought a beer, so I have to take the mask off. I can't drink
Was it
through
you?
the cotton.
was it you that I seen wearing that mask up at fucking Granada for the Cause of Ruin show?
I don't remember.
Yeah, there was somebody that had a mask like I had a straw on it.
No, that was me.
Was it you? Oh shit! I thought that
Like that song. It
Would have
wasn't
come in
me.
handy.
That would have been genius.
But
yeah.
anyway, so we're up there,
Dude, it was fucking hilarious.
and this guy comes up when I'm drinking my beer with the mask hanging on one ear. He goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm drinking my beer that I bought." He goes, "You can't do that. This is a different time." And I'm like, "What?" I was confused. I'm like, I just bought this beer, but I can't take my mask off to drink the
You
beer.
have to keister it.
Okay, so then that band,
you gotta filter it. Like
then that
it's
band,
Stand on your hands.
their originals were
Boost the
good. I
beer.
didn't really know the originals, but then they did a cover. They
Hashtag
did a cover of Death, Pull the Plug, which is the Death song that got me into Death.
Gotcha.
And I started a pit. And they were like, he comes out, grabs me while I'm moshing, and goes, "Hey," I was moshing by myself because everybody's
Yeah,
scared.
yeah, right.
But he goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" Again, and I go, "What I always do when a band plays Death. I'm moshing. We can't be doing that."
Where was this?
Can't you read the sign?
Red Flag.
Red flag.
But
Oh,
it was when it
he was
was
in the thick of it.
it was like the first show back.
And they were
trying
that
to
was what they were.
adjust.
Dude,
they were
no,
getting,
they had
and
the
they were,
worst rules of
They were
everybody.
getting watched,
Okay.
though.
Yeah.
I understand from
I'm
Robert.
sure that,
we
yeah,
were
they were
getting
probably
watched.
terrified.
No, that's probably why they had the worst rules. Because, dude, like I remember it was like 15 fucking things you had to protocol by, or they wouldn't even let you come through the door. You had to,
And Clarence went
and then I was
outside
talking
to
to other
vape.
bands that were talking about you had to sign a fucking waiver to walk in there and
I
shit.
remember when the
Clarence went outside
bars
to
wouldn't let
vape,
you
and he comes
smoke.
back in, and they kicked him out.
Everything was weird.
He's like, well, isn't that where you're supposed to go vape? You can't vape in here, so I went outside. So you know how Clarence
been that way
is,
forever.
rebel. He's like, I'm taking my beer. I paid for this. So he walked out.
This is America.
America.
Right?
It was crazy. It was crazy times.
Dude, it was fucking weird.
And then they were
We
like,
got
you
through
couldn't
it,
really
though.
gather in
Everybody-
groups, and they're like, make a semicircle, and it was weird.
Fuck that. I make the joke that I missed the Aldi signs on the floor. Where they
We-
told you how to walk
Yeah.
through the
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
store.
yeah.
You go
We-
this way.
We
Like a,
left.
like a fucking rat in a fucking maze.
We left and went to an Irish bar with Chop that he took us to. And I was like,
Every
I
great
literally
story
looked
ends
at
with
those
Chop.
guys. I was like, if this is the way it's going to be from now on, and I love concerts.
Right.
I'm at a concert every other day. I'm like, well, I'm done.
Right.
If
I
this
don't
is how
blame
it's
you.
going to be.
I don't blame you.
I was like, this is stupid.
I wouldn't go to a show because of the protocols.
Hey,
that were
Jeff, you know more music than I have ever
like
heard of.
there was like three. I think there was a good
I
3
do
years.
have
I
quite
didn't
the
go to shit.
Rolodex of knowledge. I always tell Skylar, he rides with me a lot.
Right.
He's always exposed to all kinds of different music, not just metal.
Oh, I can only imagine what your jam pad looks like.
He turns me on to all the good stuff that's out
Right.
here because I live under a rock creating most of the shit because I listen to talk radio most of the time, so
Right.
I'm barely listening to anything. And he'll show me some, like, oh, it's a band from such and such out in Carbondale, or just very close
Right.
by. And I'm like, holy shit, you know. There's
Send
so
me
many-
some shit, fucker.
There's so much good stuff out here. It's amazing.
I'm trying to go more south into the Carbondale area because of the punk scene, because it's been such underground, and then the whole SIMC. That was what was going to get brought up into this for the tail end of this part of the program. Basically, is do any of you have any connections to the SIMC and playing in music?
Are they still going?
No, like I don't think they are. If they are, I'm.
I just didn't know.
I'm trying to rattle cages to get people to come out and tell me they are or they're not.
Right.
Metal Coalition? Is that what-
It was the Southern Illinois Metal Collective.
I remember that.
I knew a
that's
lady-
on, I
I
think
knew a
that's on
lady
my
named
sleeve
Kitty.
of my old Zaya shirt.
There you go.
There was a Gothic
Yeah,
chick.
probably
named
is.
Kitty. Gothic Kitty was trying to spread something like that a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was Southern Illinois Metal Coalition is what she called it.
Mm-hmm.
Different thing.
It might have been. There's been several
It was the
different
same idea.
iterations
It
of
was the
it.
same
Any
idea.
help to the whole scene is a benefit.
Right. Well, what I'm doing on this season is trying to get anybody that has any information on it or anything that they can talk about, stories, basically adult show and tell for the fucking punk scene and the metal scene that happened. So, but if anybody's out there on that, it's a nice little plug. So get at me, motherfuckers, because I'm tired of fucking trying to call you assholes.
I could tell you one thing. When Joey had his old band and I had my old band and we played together, we did a titty bar.
Yeah. There was a,
We got offered
there was
to.
a pole in the middle of the stage.
Yeah, we did
I
titty
slapped the shit out of my
We
bass
got offered
player.
to play Miss Kitties.
I can one up all you.
The G-spot.
And when SKK got to do the burlesque show with the topless women with the spray painted breasts, and Clarence got to sing all the other stuff, but the chick, the lead dancer, got to sing 2 Pink Floyd songs we had to learn with her.
Nice.
And then there was girls in cages for the White Zombie and stuff. It was amazing. But there was a guy in the front row that was liking it way too much. Like, you're like, how many restraining orders does this guy have? I mean, he was actually, you could see saliva dripping out of his mouth. I was like,
He's a frothy fucker.
He was scaring me. If he, he was scaring me.
When do you think we're going to have this new album wrapped up?
It's a sophomore album for those, if anyone who's just tuning it or whatever. End of Modern Enslavement. Hopefully, like we said earlier in the program, we have maybe 3 or 5 songs in the can already. Hopefully looking to get maybe 5 more.
I got to get in the booth.
I
It's
actually
the
have
hard
a,
thing about putting out albums now when everything is streaming. Most people just want the hot single.
It's strange now
but-
because it's a
well, that's what
mixed-
Adam said, to plug Adam again. He was always talking about, if I'm going to put out anything, I'm putting out an EP. I'm putting out something, a single, because he was like, nobody has any attention span.
I'll tell you what I would like to see.
Armored Saint, into the attention span. That's what that song was about.
I miss it when it was 45 singles. And I
yeah.
buy
Oh, I
vinyl, I
have-
buy records,
yeah, I
I buy
still have
45s. I miss bands doing that, and I really miss tape trading.
I miss the tape trading days where
We
you
got
could,
we got a couple good strong songs.
where you could put a tape
I don't
together
wanna
and
let
send it to
anything
another
up
band,
early.
and
Right.
they would fucking put your shit out there. It's the same thing. It's just you're using Facebook now. You're not using a cassette.
I guess I want to ask an inner band question because I
What?
really don't know, so we'll just do it live. I'll ask Rick and Skylar
Throw
and
it,
Joey
throw
and myself, I guess. Where are we at with the new record? How many more originals and or maybe a cover are we doing before we're wrapping it?
Well,
So you're asking how many tracks you want to land on?
Well, exactly. Like
I think
I'm
we're
saying-
close, if you ask me.
Right. I'm just saying, do we need one more original or maybe?
Our first record out of 8, we can do the same.
All right,
With
we'll,
this.
we'll figure it out.
This is inside. Y'all better subscribe for this information. This is inside.
Well, we're actually trying to see when it actually will be ready.
Yeah, 'cause
Right.
We're all
Right.
excited about it, obviously.
I would hope.
we have a lot of good material on that already. And,
Oh yeah.
We don't really have a set release date at the time. We're hopefully, to get a solid enough song and shoot a music video and give that to
Right.
the people as
Right.
kind of like a little taste before the record comes out officially.
Right.
It'll be on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, all the good stuff. So
Good deal.
And I guess basically the word I would use to describe the second record is variety.
As far
There's
as
a lot
what?
of just musical variety. There's different
the sound.
feels, different
it's more
sounds.
colorful.
We're not sticking
some
to
good
one
diversity running
certain.
through it.
We're not sticking to one certain formula. We're just
we get to play the other string.
yeah, the G string.
Right.
Anything but the acoustic.
Don't hate on the
What
acoustic,
is this
man.
acoustic thing you keep fucking talking
It's
about?
this
Nobody wants
box.
to know
It's
about
this
those
box
bands.
they made.
What is it, from Africa?
It echoes.
Oh, damn.
That's funny.
What
Oh,
the
my
fuck
damn.
is that?
If he breaks out the tambourine shoe, we're on to something here.
Acoustic. That's like the biggest. As soon as I see a band bust out an acoustic, I'm gone.
So you guys got a show coming up on July 6th at the Eagles Club. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Right.
I believe I got that down at 9 o'clock for a $5 cover at the Eagles Club in Olney, Illinois.
Right.
Definitely. And after that, what else do we have as well on the coming up?
Saturday, July 20th, with From Within over there at the Poplar Place with the skateboarder crew thing again. And
Good
then
deal.
the next weekend right after that's the 27th, the one I'm trying to put together, where I said I had a No Orbit Down from St. Louis opening us and to be announced, because I'm trying to wait for information from these guys from Joliet or whoever else might jump on it. I'm also thinking, and I never can remember which way it is. Hope I'm going to say it right. But I was talking to Matthew, the drummer from Within, and I mentioned the band we played with up in St. Louis, that Red 86. Mm-hmm. Maybe get them.
Okay.
Because he said that they have a new guitarist, and that added some stuff. I dug them. They were kind of like a Melvin's Nirvana thing.
Right on. You have to send me a link on that. I'll put it in
all
the
good.
description.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Right?
It was cool.
I'm
guys
gonna
got
make a
anything
show.
else
I'm
going
gonna
on?
make a show. That's how I did my birthday. I went through oodles of bands, but we made it happen.
Right. Right. Oh, dude, I don't know how many bands I've probably gone through to get that shit running. I have a timer going off, so I guess we're going to kill this here.
All right.
There's a dingy ding.
Yeah.
Ding
You guys
a
got
ding
anything else you
ding.
want to fucking add?
Thanks for having us here.
Yeah, it
Yep.
was real
Place
good
is beautiful.
coming up here.
Appreciate
Yeah,
you.
we really appreciate
Thanks
it.
for the hospitality.
Check these guys out. They're on Facebook. They're on Spotify. Are you guys
At-
on iTunes?
At Flyte Risk Online on all social media platforms.
Cheers to everybody.
Definitely.
Get her done.
Get her done.
Water
Our
taps, water
debut
taps.
our debut album is still up on all streaming platforms
What's
now.
the title?
It's self-titled.
Self-titled? Okay, there you go.
So that's still up now. End of Modern Enslavement coming soon. At Flyte Risk Online, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube to come follow us. And if you would like to book the band, leadersradio618@gmail.com for everyone listening out there.
And
if
you've
anyone-
heard it here.
And if anyone who could see, little code for the viewers.
Yeah, it might come
scan-
through. It doesn't look like it's going to come through.
Yeah,
Send me the link on it. I'll put it in the description.
Definitely. It'll take you all right there.
And
though.
that is Flyte Risk on the World's Worst Podcast, Shooting Shit with Baldy. Metal
Thank
horns
you.
up. Love you guys.
Thank you for your time.
I think Skylar's done this before.
memories here back home. You're building with something you just can't control.